disappears from the Welltown Mall parking lot after her shift at Hot Topic.
I ain't got nothing to say to you or her whack job sister. And I ain't got nothing to do with whatever happened to her.
I don't believe you.
You know what I think? I think you messed up and didn't find out what happened to her. And you got nothing. And so now you harass me every year for the last 10 years.
And I'll do it for another 10.
I'm sick of this.
Back here. I'm gonna prove it was you.
Whoa. That was a clip from the hit CBS show Tracker. The series follows lone wolf survivalist Coulter Shaw as he roams the country using his expert tracking skills.
The series returns this Sunday with the premiere for season 2 of the hit show. Joining us to talk more about it, we're so excited, star Justin Hartley himself. Thank you so much for being with us, Justin.
Of course. Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
We are so excited. All right, first we got to go back in time because I have a really good friend who was a writer on Passions. And I know, I know you played Fox Crane from 2002 to 2006. Do you remember Pete Rich?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
He says to say hello.
Oh, that's great. All right, tell him I said hello as well. That's wonderful. Oh, what a blast from the past. Great.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's good to see you.
Good to see you. So I was a little interested. There's a little work romance, like you have a love interest, but maybe not everyone knows it's your wife.
Oh, my real life wife, who is, she's adorable. She's sleeping right now.
Wake her up!
But yeah, I get an opportunity to play with her on screen. She's a super talented actor, and she brings so much to the show, which is wonderful. But also carpooling to work.
Yeah,
that ain't bad, right?
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Oh my God, that is so awesome. All right, can we, before we talk about Tracker, how important was the role of Kevin Pearson in This Is Us for your career? It was such an incredible role.
Oh, well, thank you. And it was an honor to play that character, and the opportunity that they gave me led to Tracker, to be honest with you. If I'm going to be totally honest, I think that in this business, you grow up, right? And I think people start to listen to you as a serious actor when you get opportunities to play roles like that.
Right.
And I'm producing the show Tracker. I have a production deal because of This Is Us, because of that character, because of Dan Fogelman, because of all the people that gave me that opportunity. So I carry Kevin Pearson right here every day with me. He will never leave. And I owe that show pretty much everything. It's the reason why we have Tracker, to be honest with you.
Wow.
Wow.
And Tracker, for those who haven't seen it yet, you've got season 2. I assume you could just start watching now. I know there's ways to go back and watch season 1,
sure.
but take us through, like, how do you have all these amazing skills that you just know the truth?
You know, the book, Jeffrey Deaver wrote this really great, compelling character. It's a book called The Never Game. It's a character, Coulter Shaw, that I fell in love with. And one of the things that he talks to himself a lot in the books. And one of the things that we were, when we're producing the show, we're like, well, how does that translate on screen? You can't just have this guy talking to himself all the time. That's not really particularly interesting, as it's wonderful in the books, but how does it translate on screen? And we kind of came up with this thing where the guy, he's a great, he reads body language. He's very, very good at it. He's an expert body language, expert at body language. So he figures things out that way, tones in people's voices. He's a listener, and if you watch the show, you'll see Coulter most of the time listening.
Wow.
And figuring things out by, based on how someone's telling him what they're saying, which is, I think, which is a great skill to have in life, actually.
That's seriously amazing. Did you start, I know you went to Carl Sandburg High School in Orland Park. Did you start acting there? When did you start acting?
No, I didn't actually. I wish I would have. You know what? I was always afraid to act. I always loved it. I was always, taken by storytellers and comedians in particular. I remember watching Johnny Carson and Dana Carvey and all those guys, and just thinking, and Eddie Murphy, and just thinking, my God, how do they do that? That's incredible to get a room of people to laugh. And I would always get my grandparents and my parents to laugh, but I think it's an easy audience. And I think I was just afraid. I was just so afraid to do it. And finally in college, it came down to, like, what are you going to do? Like, what are you good at? And I really couldn't think of many things. And then it just turned into this thing that I was born to do. And once I kind of, let myself be vulnerable and available to it, I fell in love with it. And it's been a series of follies ever since. And I've stumbled upon a few successes, and I've had a really great time.
Well, you're
That's
incredible.
amazing. Yeah.
You're stunningly handsome. Who do you thank, mom or dad or both?
Well, listen, I don't even. That's a subjective. But I will tell you this about my parents. They're both. My parents are both very, very beautiful people physically, but on the inside, I think that's where people shine. In both of my parents. I have a stepfather. I have a father. I have a mother. I have sisters and brothers, and on the inside, they're all just. If you turn them inside out, they're even more beautiful. To be honest with you.
Well, we thank you.
We love your humility and good answer. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Just a reminder, you can catch the season 2 premiere of Tracker. You definitely want to put this in your watch rotation. It starts this Sunday, October 13th at 8 p.m. right here on Channel 3. You'll also always find it streaming live on demand and on Paramount+.
All right, what's coming up?
Up next, giving back with the Goff Law Group.
Wow, attorney Brooke Goff is sitting down with Melissa Cole to talk about an organization very near and dear to her heart. Stay with us. Great Day Connecticut. We'll be right back. Stay with us.